garden update. This is July in the garden. With the parsley. Doing wonderful. No swallowtail eggs. I was hoping for swallowtail eggs so that could grow some butterflies, but that's slowed down. But it's good eating. You eat a few. It's good for your breath. It's good for your gums and teeth. Here's some bay leaf. That's a really healthy bay leaf. You see all the brand new shoots right here. These are brand new shoots. This is some lettuce I'm allowing to go to seed because it was delicious. So I'm going to let it go to seed so I can harvest some seeds. Same with this one. And the same with that one right back there. That's oak leaf lettuce. This one is out of a mix. Cut and come again lettuce. There's a dill that's going to seed. Same thing. And then these are some zinnias. And some green beans. This is, I think, dragon tongue green beans. These should be ready to harvest tomorrow morning. And then we have our nasturtiums, Mom's favorite. Some beautiful blossoms here, Mom. Beautiful. And then that's Bloody Mary. And there's a Alaska mix. Very pretty. And then inside of here we have some other variety. I'm not sure which variety it is. And then down inside here we have another Bloody Mary nasturtium. Some more of the larger ones. So you could see the difference in the leaves. There's tiny little leaves in there, and there's monstrous leaves over here, so everything in between. Then we have some dwarf basil. This is really tasty. Tastes good in just about everything. You can put it on a sandwich. And then we have some beautiful Cupid mix zinnias. These are tiny little ones. And we have a bee, a little bee who looks like he's sleeping overnight. We chose the zinnia. And lots of flowers coming out on these little Cupid mixes. And we have some beautiful thyme, creeping thyme. More green beans. I think these are the same variety, the dragon tongue. They're not quite ready to harvest, but I'll bring some tomorrow to your house, Mom. So there's more. This is bush beans, not pole beans, so there's quite a few on the bush. There's a dragon tongue, and that's rosemary, and more dill that's going to seed or flower right here. Sorry as my camera adjusts. And we have a beautiful squash that needs a little bit of soil amendment. It's not producing female flowers yet, so I need to add some compost. It's only got male flowers right now, but that's okay. It'll get there. When I move over to this garden, I got beautiful brown cherries. These were a gift from a colleague. Hello, Penny. So there's more here. This is patchouli. Oh, silly girl. More bush beans. And then these are some beautiful Kirby cucumbers that I have had a problem with, but we have a cucumber ready to harvest there. I have to get that in tonight. And we have more bush beans. And a beautiful tomato. I think this is one of the yellow varieties. We'll know once it becomes ripe. More bush beans. Oh, I think we have beans ready to harvest. Oh boy. Nice. I'll be harvesting a bunch tomorrow, bringing to your Mom. Those are nice. We got a nice first bean off the bush. And then we have some beets down here. I don't know if you could see those. I know, Penny. These are some beets. Pretty girl. These are some ground cherries. These are some nasturtium. This is milkweed. I got that for the butterflies. And here we have a little baby monarch caterpillar. Just what we were hoping for. He was eating the edge of that leaf, so I'm very happy about that tonight. And in the rest of this bed we have all for caterpillars. This is rue, swallowtail caterpillars. I don't know why my focus is going out. That's for swallowtail caterpillars. And some more dill also for the swallowtails. And then we have lavage, which tastes like celery. It's delicious. And we have some anise hyssop. It gets these beautiful purple flowers. Hi, Penny. Hi, pretty girl. Little old lady. And that is really enormous this year. I have to remove it from my perennial bed, even though it's a perennial. It's just taking up too much real estate for my veggies. So I will be moving that out to the garden in general. That's what I'm doing, is naturalizing that area. There's comfrey over there and comfrey in this bed. So this comfrey is going to go move over by that comfrey. And then we move over here. We have some lavender with another variety of tomato. This is a little grape tomato, yellow grape tomato, I believe. We got some beans, some pole beans climbing up there. Some little seedlings right down there. Some turnips that need to be separated. Some Swiss chard that needs to be separated. And this bed hasn't gotten watered because the squirrels decided to take a bite out of my irrigation pipe. So this bed had to be turned off, and it's going to take a while to repair. I'm not home this weekend, but we'll get there. So these are some more bush beans, and I don't know if there's any bush beans that are ready over here. Yep, there's a few. I'll get them in the morning. We've got fava beans. They're going to flower. They usually like a little colder weather. They're doing okay. You can also eat the leaves. You can eat the leaves just like spinach. It's very tender, very delicious. These are some sunrise tomatoes that I kind of grew from a leftover. So I threw them in here and said, well, let's see what happens. And they're right next to some asparagus. So asparagus takes a few years to get going, and the real estate's kind of precious. So giant nasturtiums. Beautiful clematis, and that's Montana. That just was blooming in spring. And we have more pole beans here. Quite a few varieties. We've got scarlet runner beans, babies right there. And then I'm not sure which variety this is. I put in a bunch of pole beans, so I knew I'd get quite a few. So we're gonna see what kind of harvest we get. So this is all scarlet runner beans. It gets a beautiful flower. Beautiful. I'm not sure you can see it in the twilight here, but you know, to have a vegetable that has a attractive flower and a vine, it's kind of enjoyable. See, it goes all the way up. So we'll come back down. And we got more anise hyssop. You see there's quite a bit of that. Coneflower. And this beautiful rampicante just getting ready to go on the trellis on the arbor next to a nice little zinnia that's ready to pop. So that's getting there. A bunch of native little wildflowers in that bed. This anise hyssop again. Some of these plants really need to be taken out of the veggie beds because they're taking up valuable real estate. So got a nice sunflower going back there. And we've got a melon. This is a melon that'll start to grow soon. These are some, it's a kind of fillet bean, so they're very tender, long string beans, fillets. Those will be nice. They'll grow up and over. And we got this side. We've got beautiful borage. This is edible. The flower is edible, and so is the leaf when it's tender and young. So this is really like a cucumber taste. And there's a ton of beans. We've got pole beans and scarlet runner beans, bush beans in this bed. But we've also got big, beautiful tomatoes. So there's a beef steak. I know, Penny. Beef steak and a beef master. So those are coming due soon. Tons more bush beans. Some coreopsis or cut leaf coreopsis. Those are pretty hardy. Sorry about the focus. I have an old phone. Oh, interesting dynamic we have here. We have it looks like an assassin bug has caught some kind of fly. So I'm going to stop my video here and take a picture of that because that's kind of cool.